Okay, we are live. We're going to go live on Instagram as well. We're excited. I'm going to just get everything up so we can go live. There we go. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to Greens Ladies Golf Club, our first lunch and learn. My name is Miss Genesis. I'm a member of GLGC, and we are really excited about everything that has been happening on social media and just all of the love and the support. We have been seeing amazing, amazing feedback, and just shout out to our Facebook like in our community. Shout out to our Instagram community. It has been an amazing, amazing time. And we've been just getting so much feedback with our new articles. So I definitely want to encourage those of you who are new to the Greens Ladies Golf Club community to check out our website. We have new articles that go up every week, and I'm just going to share the link for that. So again, if you go to this link right here, greensladiesgolfclub.com, check us out. You can learn more about our membership, which is open and available to any woman that wants to be a part of our community. You can learn more about the details with that by going to our website and clicking on membership. You can learn more about that. You can also go to our website, again, right here, and read our articles. If you click on the tab, Learn to Play, we have a couple articles, and I want to share those first before we get into today's lunch and learn and some new things that we can learn about golf today. But we have a couple articles. The first that has been major, we've been sending out these links to anyone that wants them. If you want those links, you can also DM us here on Instagram or on Facebook and check us out. But we released a ultimate guide for winter lessons in Philadelphia and South Jersey. There's an article called The Guide for Golf Lessons in Philadelphia and South Jersey. It breaks down places you can go get lessons, indoor simulators where you can go and practice golf indoors, as well as a link to our article, another article that we wrote, so that you can know, hey, what do I wear when I go show up for lessons? So we have that linked as well. And I'm from Delaware. So we also created an article because Greens Ladies Golf Club represents Delaware, Philadelphia, and the South Jersey area, the greater Delaware area, Delaware Valley. We also wrote an article about where to get golf lessons if you're in North Delaware. So we have a couple of places we have researched. We have the links, the addresses. So it's really, really a great resource. Even if you don't play golf, but you know someone who does, and you're like, hey, you know, they've talked about lessons, where do they go? We have the ultimate guide for the winter. Now, before I continue, I do want to make a note for you guys that, we know it's cold outside. And so a lot of golf courses, they have closed down for the season, or even if they are open, lessons may not be available. But we do expect that when spring comes, everything will be open. So we are looking forward to the springtime. We're going to see more clinics. We're going to see more lessons available. So just know that things are on their way. If you live in the Philadelphia area, there's a couple clinics that are happening right now that I want to tell you about. In particular, I want to break this down to you guys just so that you know, Play Around Golf. So Play Around Golf, this location is in Ardmore. They are launching a clinic. This clinic we have linked. So if you go to our website, click on Learn to Play, you want to click on where to find golf lessons for Philadelphia and South Jersey. Scroll to the bottom. You're going to see, and I'm just looking at it myself, it's going to say upcoming golf classes and clinics. Play Around Golf is hosting it in Ardmore. It's going to be $240, and it includes several weeks of golf lessons. It's in a group setting. Remember, clinics usually are in a group setting anyway. But if you click the link that we linked, it'll take you straight to their website. You can give them a call if you have any questions. But this is a current clinic that will be launching in February. So this gives you a couple of weeks to get everything ready, but it's going to be launching in February. It's going to teach you the basics of golf. So it's going to teach you about how to stand. It's going to teach you how to swing. They're going to teach you how to build up confidence with understanding the game of golf. So again, if you live in the Philadelphia area, Ardmore, Play Around Golf Ardmore is launching a clinic in February. So again, that is a local Philadelphia area clinic that's launching. The second thing I want to announce is I'm from Delaware. Okay, I'm from Delaware. And so we are getting a new indoor simulator location. It is called Birdie's Links and Drinks. Again, it's called Birdie's Links and Drinks. It's coming to Middletown, Delaware. They just opened and have their grand opening yesterday. Just literally yesterday. So they opened their doors yesterday at 4 p.m. in Middletown, Delaware. So if you live in the Delaware area and you've been looking for a place to practice indoor, practice golf, Birdie's Links and Drinks. They have curved golf simulators, regular traditional simulators. Just check them out again, Birdie's Links and Drinks. I've already checked them out. I'm going to be visiting this weekend. So we will be, as Greens Ladies, giving you some updates on what our thoughts were. But again, that is coming to Middletown, Delaware. So definitely check that out. Okay, everyone, let's jump into today's Lunch and Learn. So we're talking about winter lessons. We're also going to be talking about a little bit about just getting yourself into the game of golf. We have followers who are new. We have followers who are true to this game, you've been playing for a while. And then we also have an awesome amount of women that have been joining who you used to play, but you don't play anymore, and you're looking to get back into the game of golf. So I wanted just to give you some tips and things just from our community that we have come to learn when it comes to this game. The biggest thing is practice. If you're new, or even if you are, been playing for a while, we consider this in the North off season, right? But off season is really when practice is even more crucial. You'll see this with PGA, LPGA players, that they use the off season time to really drill into their game. And we know that up north it's cold. So that's why you'll notice with a lot of things that we're pushing, indoor practice is it, right? Whether you're going to a golf tech, whether you're going to go hit some balls at PGA Superstore, whether you're going to do play around, whether you're going to, an indoor simulator somewhere else. The point is that you definitely want to practice. We talk about how in golf, whatever you don't practice, you will lose. It is nothing but the truth, okay? If you've taken about a month off from golf and you go back to pick up a club, it's not that, you're going to lose everything, but that whole idea of touch and just knowing, your club, those kind of things, practice is major. So one of the things that we recommend is that you at least have practice at least twice in a month, at least every other week, have a lesson somewhere, or at least practice somewhere. Again, indoor bays are it. We have linked those in our website. PGA Superstore, you can rent a bay for as low as $30 for an hour. Right? Go once a week. They have ones in Plymouth Meeting. There's some in South Jersey. You can go to your local Golf Galaxy and rent one, rent for an hour. And so you definitely want to look into at least going somewhere to practice at least every 2 weeks, somewhere. And if you're new to golf, you're probably going to be getting lessons, and usually they're going to have a place for you to practice to implement your lessons afterwards. Now, one question that we got was in reference to, I'm brand new, and, I'm an African-American woman, are they going to look like me? No. A lot of times when you're going for lessons, you're going to find that you may be one of one, but don't let that deter you from learning a game of golf, even when maybe your ethnicity is not being represented, right? Make sure that you're focusing on learning the game. You're, through Greens Ladies Golf, you're going to be around a ton of Black women, right? We're going to have a ton of things coming up when the season opens up. But when you go out for lessons, you may not find a coach that looks like you. You may not find a clinic where, everyone looks like you. But the biggest thing for you, if you're starting out, is just getting started. We also talk about this on our website, that if you're new to golf, don't be intimidated. Sometimes, especially golf, you can be intimidated because there's so much that you don't know. It's not like basketball or tennis, or maybe not tennis, maybe that may not be the best example, but, basketball or football, where, it's kind of easy a little bit to follow. They throw the ball, there's points on the board, I can kind of follow. Golf is something where you do have to kind of sit down and figure out, okay, what is par and what is bogey and what do those things mean? So at Greens Ladies Golf, our love is helping you to understand that game and understand what do those things mean. That's why if you go to our website, I know I keep on coming up our website, but if you go to our website, if you click on Learn to Play, we actually have an article on golf vocabulary where you can actually begin to learn, what does it mean when they say, what's your handicap, right? I'll never forget when I first joined golf, when I was in high school. I've been exposed to it actually when I was much younger. I was like 3 or 4. I mean, I was in first tee actually in Delaware. But, I remember as I got older and I got back into it, everyone started talking about their handicap. And I had to refresh my brain like, okay, that's not an offensive term. They really mean what is your average score that you're going to score over par, right? And so we're going to break that down. So if you don't know what that means, don't worry. We're going to break that down to you in another Lunch and Learn. But again, our whole purpose from today's talk is you learning about, okay, let me not show up intimidated. Let me not get mad at my progress. We talk about this too on our website that, when you're just getting started or getting back to golf, I took 8 years off. So I can personally attest to this. I took 8 years off the game. And as you can tell, I'm fully back, right? I'm full of t-shirt. I have the t-shirt and everything, right? But it took me a while to get back. I took 8 years off. I stopped having hobbies and I realized I needed a hobby. I needed something to really pour myself into that I wasn't getting paid for, that didn't come with expectations from other people, that was all about me connecting with something that could help me to take the stress off, that could help me to go somewhere else, right? And that was golf for me, being outside in nature. I mean, come on now. And so when I came back though, I was frustrated. I'm competitive. I played tennis and golf growing up. I'm competitive. Okay. And so when I came back, I was struggling because I couldn't swing. I couldn't make contact with the ball. I was embarrassed. I mean, I really was. And when you become intentional about something, you're so determined to make it happen that when your results aren't instant, you may get frustrated. And this is something all of us have learned growing up since a child, right? You're learning something, how to ride a bike, and you get frustrated, you fall off the bike. Well, just like the game of golf, you have to get back on the bike, right? And you will find that over time, the more and more that you become dedicated and put in time, right? Remember, you're not getting paid for this though. You're not getting paid, at least not yet, right? But you put in healthy time to learn and really enjoy the sport. But as our president Ronnie would say, the most important thing though too is that you're having fun. So hey, you missed the ball, hey, you didn't have contact, so what? At least I'm doing something that I enjoy. That is the most important thing that you can do, is just giving yourself the dedication. I think that's the biggest thing too as women, right? Is giving us something that we're dedicated to, that we love, right? And that we're enjoying, and that we don't have to have any outside expectations. So that's the biggest thing, is enjoying the process of learning the game. We talked about that on our last slide, but that's super, super important. Again, we're stressing that everyone jump into learning as soon as you can. Don't delay. I've seen women where they put things off. Oh, I'm gonna get lessons, I'm gonna learn, and then springtime comes. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn, oh, I'm gonna get into it. Get into golf as soon as you can. Okay. It's going to become your personal space. That's what it is for me. It is the thing for me. And I think for a lot of our members, we've come to learn this. It's the space for us where you focus. Golf requires so much focus. You can't be distracted. But for some of you, that's actually what you need, something where it requires so much focus that it distances you from everything else. It becomes your safe space. For me, golf has become my safe space. It's become a healthy place where when I pick up my putter and I look at my ball, it's just me and that ball. I'm not thinking about work. I'm not thinking about family, even though I love my family. I'm not thinking about everything. I'm thinking about me and this ball, me hitting the ball, me enjoying the process. And you can lose yourself in that. And that's why we love golf so much. And that's why as Greens ladies, we want to invite you on this game or to get back into the game. Now, if you have any questions while you're watching this live, you can comment, and we actually can see your comments while you're watching this. So again, if you're watching this live, be sure to comment, be sure to say hi so I can say hi back to you. And also too, if you have any resources that you're looking for from us, let us know so that we can help you with those resources. Again, we've had many of you on Instagram DM us the word lessons, and we've sent you the links based upon where you are in your zip code so that you can find those lessons and jump back into them. So I want to talk a little bit about it. As you guys can see, I have a lot of golf things around me. Right? I have a bag here, back there, right? Okay, I'm a little bit of an addict. I will not apologize. And my job is to get you guys to be an addict too. But anyway, I want to talk about what you're going to need when you sign up for lessons. Now, There are some places where they already have golf clubs for you, but I highly recommend, we've been talking about this, getting your own golf clubs. Now, if you go to our website on Green's Latest Golf Club, again, go to Learn and Play. We have articles there. We have linked in the golf lessons guide. You're going to see there's two, one for Philadelphia and South Jersey, one for Delaware. We've linked some links for you guys to find starter clubs below 200, below 300. Golf is, and I say this with rawness and truthfulness, it is an expensive sport. And it's something that has unfortunately really denied access to a lot of people. It has become a lot more affordable, right? But to buy a basketball or to buy a football is going to be less than $10. If I'm not sure about a quality ball, but let's say under $20, right? But to buy golf clubs, it's going to cost you at least 100, 200. However, we also want to stress the importance of eBay, because you can also buy some used clubs. You do not have to spend $100, $200. You can also spend $50. Just go to eBay. We've linked that right in our article. If you go to eBay and click on and type in golf clubs, you will be able to find people who are trying to get rid of their golf clubs. You can look on Craigslist, right? You don't have to spend all your money to buy some golf clubs. However, I know some women, they want to have, out the box experience. But even then, you don't have to break the bank. Okay. You can buy a full golf set for under $300. It will come with the bag. It'll come with the clubs. And if you go to our Instagram profile, you'll see where I did some videos breaking down some of the clubs. That was a top flight set I got in Chicago to do that video. And that set was under $300. It came again with all the clubs. It came with the bag, the rain cover. And so, like I said before, you don't have to break the bank when getting into golf or getting back into golf. Okay. Look online for rented clubs. Not rented clubs, pre-loved clubs, pre-owned clubs on eBay, Craigslist. If you live in Delaware, I do want to give you a resource that I have used as well. If you live in Delaware or even Philadelphia, you're willing to come to Delaware, North Delaware, come to Wilmington, check out a store called Second Swing. It's the number 2 ND Swing, Second Swing. Okay. If you type in Second Swing golf, they'll also come up. They have a store here in Wilmington, Delaware on Concord Pike. They have used golf clubs. Matter of fact, I'll share this quick story. When I got back into golf, I went to Second Swing. I got my driver, I got my irons, my putter, all from Second Swing, all under $300. Okay. Now, I did go out and splurge to get another driver soon, but that was my starter set. It was awesome. Didn't break. Perfect quality for me. You're getting back in. So don't break the bank when getting back in. Okay. Look at those resources. Again, if you have any questions, let us know. So that's really what you need. You definitely going to need a starter set somewhere, a bag and your clubs. Definitely want to at least have a putter. Make sure you don't forget your putter. Now, as far as what to wear, we have linked that on our website as well. When you go to golf lessons, a lot of places don't have a strict golf dress code, for golf lessons. I started back at Golf Tech. So when I got back, I did invest a pretty penny. You don't have to do that. But I'm like all or nothing, right? So unfortunately, I'm learning that, about myself, self-awareness, right? But I'm all or nothing. So I put a ton of money into Golf Tech. And I was going every week up near Villanova area, which is shared on our past live. And I was wearing leggings and, a sports top, hoodies. I have a ton of golf clothes, but, you could go in a t-shirt like this and some sweatpants. When it comes to lessons, it's not really big when it comes to dress code. But when you go out on the golf course, that's a different story. But just make sure that you're in something comfortable, because remember, you're going to be flexing your body, right? And so you don't want anything that's constricting. For women, please don't wear clothes too tight. You want to wear something that's comfortable and stretchable and breathable so that you can make sure you're getting that swing in there, right? The other thing I would definitely recommend is that some places, they have now video assessments where they will record your practice so you can, kind of see, how you're doing from week to week. If they don't provide a video assessment, most places do now though, record yourself so that you can see your progress from week to week. And then the last thing with this before we wrap up is homework. Always make sure if you're taking lessons that you have something to practice on. Every good coach is going to give you something to practice on. They'll give you, routines to do, they'll give you something to practice. always make sure that you're practicing, because otherwise you're going to be wasting your money. If you go to a lesson that you're paying for, come back the next week and you didn't practice, right? It's going to just delay your process. So this is why I recommend golf lessons at least twice a month. That way you kind of budget it out, and then just making sure that you're practicing. Really good coaches, they're going to give you things that you can practice in your house. I mean, I had where my coach, he had me where I could practice something with a chair, when I was doing my swings, he had me practice in the kitchen from like one distance to another, right? I would practice, with a drinking glass, right? And taking my golf ball and practicing, putting my ball into the drinking glass, right? And so every great coach is going to give you something to practice on. Make sure that you're practicing, okay? So the last thing I want to talk about before we wrap up on this Lunch and Learn, again, we've recapped. I want to do a quick recap. We've talked about number one, do not be intimidated to get back into lessons. Never be prideful to think that you don't need lessons. Okay. I mean, you may be an amazing amateur, okay? But lessons are so important because a lot of times we can't see outside of ourselves, right? Or we make excuses for why we did something. And in golf, people are notorious for that. They'd be like, oh, the reason why I hit that, I sliced that was because, of the wind, or it was because of the rain, or because, I pulled it to the left. And that may not actually be why. You want to know why you actually did that. So having someone who is not yourself will help you to see that. And so again, making sure you're investing in lessons at least twice a month. Again, there are packages everywhere. So never think that, you don't have the money to do it. There are packages and pricing at great prices everywhere. Again, we've linked them on our website. So if you go again to greensladiesgolfclub.com, click on Learn to Play. Okay, I'm going to put the link back up here so you guys can see it. Okay, right there. Okay, and then I want you guys to look for the Philadelphia and South Jersey guide, and then we have a Delaware guide. We've linked all the places you can look into. Definitely click the links and let us know where you end up going. Okay, again, I chose Golf Tech, but I've also done lessons I've done quick lessons at Top Golf, which I really prefer Golf Tech. I've also done lessons at Play Around, and I've also done lessons where's the other place I used to do lessons? Oh, at my country club, in which actually I have linked my country club, DuPont Country Club. They actually, shout out to my coaches, Brian Bryson, amazing guy. But they have lessons as well. And so, there's a lot of places, of course, that's in Delaware, but there's a lot of places that have lessons. And so definitely get plugged in and get started. Also, too, we talked about making sure you at least have your golf bag. You don't have to pay full price for that. You can check on eBay, Craigslist. You can get used clubs at most actually stores. Golf Galaxy has used clubs. PJ Superstore has used clubs. But Second Swing is a gym in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay, it definitely is a gym. The other thing I want to talk about for today's Lunch and Learn before we let you guys go is that understanding this season. So if you're new to golf, this is the off season. I want to stress that. I talked about it earlier, but this is the off season. So that's why, you may not see a ton of things happening because it's cold outside and the ground is becoming harder to play on. And so you'll see a lot of things called frost delays at golf courses. And so with that, this is really the time where a lot of people are going down like Florida to play, or, out of this area, right? So just don't be, dismayed if you don't see a lot of things happening as far as lessons. Again, it's the winter season. But the thing I wanted to wrap us up on with today's Lunch and Learn is understanding courses. That was something that you guys voted on. You wanted us to talk about more. So we will be creating special content to break down understanding clubs, not golf clubs. I mean, the actual location, and understanding the benefit of playing different courses. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to hop off, okay? Because I was only planning on being on here 30 minutes. But we are going to be doing this from week to week. We'll be having guests coming on in the next couple of weeks as well, which I'm really excited about, talking to coaches, getting tips and tricks. I'm all here for that because I'm trying to get my handicap down. But let's talk a little bit about courses. And so one of the benefits of why I joined GLGC, Greens Ladies Golf Club, is because we get to play different courses. And if you're a part of a golf league, which usually leagues are at a particular golf club, and you play that course, every week, usually, right? Every week. So you may have a Thursday golf league where they pay every Thursday at a set time at that golf club, and they play the same course. I really love Greens Ladies Golf Club as a member because we play different courses every week when the springtime comes. And that's really important as a golfer because it challenges your capabilities and you really understanding different courses to play and different ways to play. If you play the same course every single week, if you go out and try to score the same thing at another course, it's not going to happen, right? Because usually you've only grown to adapt to one course style, one course layout, and one course difficulty, right? And so, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But if you're playing again the same course, your handicap really isn't being challenged. Do you really have the same handicap? When we talk about handicap, those of you who are new, really it's your average score, right? That you score on pretty much any course, right? And it's an average because of course there's different courses and different difficulties. But the point is that, you have about the same score, right? On every course. And so it's really important to play different courses. So even as you're learning golf or getting back to golf, as you come to the spring season, encourage yourself to play different courses. Do not get used to the same course over and over again. Okay. I mean, I love my home course. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but I want to play as many different courses so that I'm challenging myself to learn really how to play golf. I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to play golf, play different courses. You're going to learn about sand in all different ways. You're going to learn about, water, in all different ways. You're going to learn about, how to play from different angles around trees and bunkers. And, you want to learn the diversity. There is diversity on golf course. You'll learn that. I'm not talking about ethnicity. I'm talking about the actual courses. So you want to learn different courses. You're going to learn how to play really easy courses, and you want to learn how to play much more challenging courses where it's going to pull more out of you. And the other thing I think that's important to note too with golf, and as you're learning this game, is that golf is not about getting somewhere fast. It's not about, making every shot a perfect shot. Golf is really about the art of recovery. And I learned this when I was young. It's about the art of recovery. What do I mean by art of recovery? Is that you're not going to have every shot be perfect. When you watch the pros play, if you've watched them, yeah, they're not making perfect shots every time. I was watching an LPGA tournament from last year, 2023. And, amazing, like number 2 golfer, she put it in the water. She tried to go, she didn't want to lay up, which means, she didn't want to go short. She wanted to go all the way in the water. I was like, okay, I can relate to that. So not every shot's going to be a perfect shot. But recovery is, okay, I didn't make a perfect shot, but how am I still going to get to my goal, right? And that's what you're going to learn in golf. You may not hit the ball as far as you wanted to hit the first time. Okay, great. As you go to that second shot, how are you going to hit it differently this time? Those are things you want to learn. Okay, so again, we're encouraging you to do a couple of things. Number one, get into lessons. Okay, I'm pushing you guys. We're pushing you guys. GLGC is pushing you guys. Look, sign up for at least one lesson this month. Okay, just sign up for one lesson. One lesson somewhere this month. Again, remember, Play Around Ardmore is having that clinic coming up every week in February. That's a great place to get started. Familiarize yourself with golf, and you won't be by yourself. You'll be in a group. I think that's a great place to start. The second thing is you want to find yourself a thing of clubs to start with. Okay, so again, eBay, Craigslist, you can go on Golf Galaxy, you can go on these different places that we've linked for you. Check out Second Swing in Wilmington, Delaware to get yourself some clubs. Okay, third thing is you want to make sure that you are diversifying yourself, right? So when springtime comes, play different courses. If you're traveling this winter, I was talking to some guy who was going to Cancun to play, so you can travel during the springtime, actually even the winter now, you can go travel. Matter of fact, the Greens ladies, we're going to Florida, which I'm so excited about. We're going to Florida next month. And if you become a member, these are things where you can come on our members' golf trips, great opportunities for you to spend time with fellow members, as well as play some golf in the sun, right? And so, we're going to Florida next month. And so if you're going to be traveling during the wintertime somewhere warm, hopefully, play golf, bring some clubs. And matter of fact, someone even asked us about writing an article about traveling with your golf clubs, because That is a whole thing right there. And so we're going to link some things on just showing you guys where to get travel equipment to bring your golf clubs, right, while you travel. We'll talk about different companies you can use to ship your clubs. But even with that, encourage yourself to go out and play. You can also rent clubs. Even when you travel, you don't have to bring your clubs. Most golf clubs, you can rent golf clubs there. So, if you're like, you know what, I'm going to try, I'm going to go out there, great. Take yourself out there. Get yourself used to the game. We want you guys to love the game, okay? So again, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope that you were able to pick up a couple things in this Lunch and Learn. The biggest thing is check out our website, okay? Go to greensladiesgolfclub.com. Click on the Learn to Play tab and check out our articles, okay, that we have to help you connect with lessons here during the winter. Again, what's our goal? Take at least one lesson this month. That's it. That's all we're asking. Take at least one lesson this month. Expose yourself to the game. Do not be intimidated. Be encouraged. It's something, to immerse yourself in that's going to help you in so many other ways. It's helped me in self-care. It has been another additional form of therapy for me. And throwing myself into the game has helped me to heal in so many different ways. And it's helped me to take my mind off so that I can really think about things that matter. And then when I go back into those other things, I'm coming out, refreshed, a little bit stressed because I didn't hit the shot that I wanted to hit, but then I get better. And then I feel better, okay? If you guys have any questions, comment on this video, the replay. Also, too, be sure to send us a message. You can message us on Facebook as well as on Instagram with any questions you may have, and we will be sure to help you, okay? Guys, have a great rest of your day, okay? We love you guys so much. Again, Greens Ladies Golf Club, we are here for you. Also, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. We've launched a YouTube channel. Let's say that. We launched a YouTube channel. You can go to our website, greensladiesgolfclub.com. Under social media tab, click on YouTube, or just go to YouTube and type in Greens Ladies Golf Club. Follow us on YouTube. We're going to start doing special content on there as well, okay? Bye, guys, and have a great, great, great rest of your day. We love you.